What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And in this moment, we're going to discuss how Anthony Edwards, man, the guy I was really rooting for to really win this whole thing, overwhelmed by this situation. And I'm going to tell you guys why Anthony Edwards is overwhelmed by this situation and why I feel like, he's not performing the way we normally see him perform, or the Anthony Edwards that we knew during a regular season. But first, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, keep your boy in these algorithms, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Thank you so much for the love and support. Back to the video. Now, Anthony Edwards has been phenomenal all year. Won Dunk of the Year, Freak of Nature, has the Jordan tangibles, and he just cannot get it done, man. He just cannot get it done, and I believe that Anthony Edwards is in over his head, and he looks like a deer in the headlights, man. And that playoff pressure is not allowing his game to come to him naturally. And what I mean by that is Anthony Edwards is not being aggressive. Actually, Karl Anthony Towns seems to be the aggressor. Him and Mike Conley seem to be more aggressive than Anthony Edwards this series. And I believe it's because of the Jordan hype. All the love the city, the league is giving Anthony Edwards. And they're also trying to make him the face of the league, right? So he's trying his best to live up to those expectations. And this is exactly why Anthony Edwards is not on his A game, man. And it's sad to see, man, because I really was rooting for this brother. And I know, and I still am. I really am rooting for this brother. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie, he has a ring. Luka, he has a ring. It may not be within the league, but, when a guy is, tallied the face of the league, you kind of want to see his success early, because if you can see his success early, he will have not only the cachet, but he will have the sustained trial and error, and it'll make his legacy seem more serious, and it'll also make him take it more seriously. Like if you're young and you win a NBA championship or finals, you're going to be dedicated because you're going to be cemented in GOAT conversation. So it's going to make you work harder. But this conference, man, this Western Conference is a gauntlet. So you will see a top dog like the Denver Nuggets get outclassed and think the Minnesota Timberwolves will win it all. Because truth be told, the Denver Nuggets will beat the Dallas Mavs. I believe at least one of these games the Denver Nuggets would have taken. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's home or away. And this is what happens. Anthony Edwards is playing in over his head. You see it in his face the first game. He looked out of it. He just looked confused. He looked out of rhythm on the court. He looked outplaced. And he has to live up to the hype because he called out Kyrie Irving. But he has to understand that there simply are levels to this, right? And Kyrie Irving got it out the mud, man. We saw his failures, we saw his success, and, it took him a while to get it, but he's turned into a phenomenal leader. Let's not take nothing away from Luka and the Dallas Mavs. They just completely took this. I mean, these guys were up 20 points at some point, 18 points or something like that. And they got walked down. No other way to say it. They got walked down, and Anthony Edwards was heavy with the turnovers, man. Heavy with the turnovers, driving to the hole, doesn't really have a plan of action, and then he'll just throw it out, just kick it out to somebody, and it's a turnover. It's a turnover. They had the game in control, and Anthony Edwards unraveled right in front of us. And I saw the playoff stat where he's 17 of 57 in the last 3 games. That's just not going to cut it, man, because that percentage there can back up the case that he's just off. He's off, and I believe that this moment is just a little bit too big for him. And you guys lost 2 games at home. And I just don't see the Dallas Mavs, Kyrie Irving sniffing the NBA Finals. I just don't see them losing. I just don't see them backing down and not being able to go far, in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, or not make it to, the finals, straight up. So I just think that the Minnesota Timberwolves, they dropped the ball. They have a great supporting cast, and it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do, because Nas Reed has been big for them. Rudy Gobert is a disgrace to me sometimes. And I'm not going to sit and lie like I wasn't yelling at the TV, cussing Rudy Gobert out, because you're just simply too big to be that goofy, that soft, can't catch a ball. It looks like he plays with his eyes closed. He's timid. He doesn't like contact. And, it's just, they just don't seem aggressive. You know what I'm saying? There are a few. Like I said, like Daniels, he's playing with a chippy energy. Naj Reid, and Karl Anthony Towns, man. Anthony Edwards has officially dismissed himself, as far as I'm concerned right now, from this competition, from the playoffs, because he's just not ready. I believe in his mind he really wants to do it, but the actions just aren't reflecting that. And another thing, Anthony Edwards, you have to learn how to chill. You have to learn how to be more professional. I know that you're young. These are going to be learning curves. But you can't do all that talking, because these guys know how to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I know it feels good. You got the honeys on your team, right? You got all the women wanting you. You rich. You got the shoe deal. You got the millions. And you're a great kid, man. And I know that feels good. But you have to learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of, nothing is wrong with your chippiness. Nothing is wrong with you talking smack, because you typically back it up. But Anthony Edwards has to learn how to be more respectful of his opponents. We know that, on the court, trash talking is different from talking crap in the media, because he kind of disrespected Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, and nothing is wrong with friendly competition. Don't get me wrong. But in these moments where you're looking like you're in over your head and a deer caught in the headlights, one can only think that you shouldn't have been talking like that, because now you put more pressure on yourself to live up to, the way you talk. And you just got to be careful with that. So you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for the next video. If you found any value to this video, I ask that you like, share, keep your boy in these algorithms, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Thank you so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.